Hey friend, John MacLennan here, and in this video you're going to learn how to play Love as recorded by Nat King Cole on guitar. Now, of course, this is a classic jazz standard that's been recorded and played a ton of times. We're going to break down that opening intro from the Nat King Cole recording, and I'm going to show you how I've taken the keyboard part and come up with a way of playing it on guitar. And then from there, we're going to dive into what I call a Freddie Green style rhythm, which is just a great way to play rhythm guitar using just smaller chords. Most of the chords are going to be just 3 notes through the whole thing. I'm going to break it all down for you step by step, but before we jump in, if you're new here, I want to hook you up with a gift right away. I put together this awesome fretboard guide that's going to show you the 5 must-know chords and scales to play in any style, anywhere on the neck, and I want to give it to you completely for free. Just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below. And a lot of these chords that we're going to go over in today's lesson will tie right in with the chords and scales and how I think of them as going together, which you'll get on this PDF. So grab your copy completely for free, again, at the first link down below. And with that said, let's break down this song. Let's break down how to play Love as recorded by Nat King Cole on guitar. Now we're going to start off with this 4-bar intro, and then we'll go into the tune. Here's what I play for the intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm using just 3-note chords here. These are what I call like shell chords. We're going to be using these throughout as we play, especially when we move into the form. We're going to play what's called Freddie Green kind of style rhythm. So here we're going to start by just hitting the 3rd fret of the low E, and then I'm going to play the open 4th string and then the 4th fret on the 3rd string. It's like a G chord there. Now I am playing this finger style, but you could use a pick and then just pinch those other strings if you're using a flat pick for hybrid picking, or you could just break it up with a pick like that. So we're gonna hit that bass note, then play the 2 strings, then we're gonna rest, and then we're gonna add down our index finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So we get this. We want this little moving melody in there. Then we're going to move it up again. So you get this. Moving in the chord progression. Pretty cool, right? So when I get up here, I'm playing 3, then 4, 4 for a G major 7. And then it goes back to a G major 6. And that's just a very common move you hear. Like if the band is just staying on a G chord, you can go and move back from major 7 to major 6. And it just has an old school kind of jazz sound to it. So that's the intro. Then Nat King Cole comes in singing, and we're going to play this. Okay, so here's the rhythm for the first part. I'm playing those shapes that I mentioned, the G major 7 to the G6. Now the trick is I'm doing a lot of muting, and I'm strumming, and I'm basically getting, you know, a muted 1st string, muted 3rd string, and muted 5th string. So I only hear those 3 notes. And then we're gonna move. See that move there? This finger's just coming off. Getting that little major 7 to major 6. We're gonna go do that 2 times. Then we're gonna move up to D7, but we're gonna put the A in the bass. So this is 5 on the low E, then 4 on the 4th string, and 5 on the 3rd string. And we're gonna, again, alternate here. We're gonna play the 5th fret of the low E to the 5th fret of the 5th string. So it's little alternating bass there, like this. We do do that 3 times. Then we'll just stay on D for a bar. That's a D7 basically. So far I've got. Then we go back to G major 7 to G major 6 for 2 bars. Now rhythmically, I'm just strumming a 1, 2, 3, 4, a quarter note rhythm. Occasionally, I'll throw a little eighth in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. But it's just what I would call a Freddie Green kind of style rhythm. So let's put that together. Here's the first part. A 1, 2 from the intro. To the A section, and vocals in right here. All right, the next part goes. A 1, 2, 3, and back to the top of the A section. All right, so what I did was I was on that G major 7 to G major 6. Then we go and make it a G7. So I'm keeping this the same, but I'm now putting an F in the middle. So see, you've got all these moves: major 7, major 6, dominant 7th, all just by moving one note around in a chord. It's a really powerful thing, you know? Get a lot of cool sounds just playing around with that. So I go G7 for 2 bars, and then C major 7, which I'm playing like this: 3, 2, 4. Then A7, that's the same as G, just up 2 frets, and then D7 with a break. So a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C2. 2 bars each chord. A 1, 2, 3, 4, rest 2, back to the top. We do everything again until here. Here we have a little variation. Okay, and then we're back to the top. So what I did was I came from that, same as before, G7 to C major 7, then C sharp diminished. That's 4, 2, 3. Then G major 7, G6 to D7, and then a very common, what's called a 1, 6, 2, 5. Most common chord progressions in jazz, and that takes you back to the top. So let's put it all together. We're going to play everything one time through. We'll start with that intro. We'll play the A section. We have basically that first ending kind of variation. Then it goes back and repeats everything. Then we go up to the diminished, you know, and take the second ending. So here's what it sounds like. A 1, 2, ready, go. And vocals right here. L. Break. 2, 3, 4. A 1, 2, back to the top of the A section. we're back to the top. So that's basically the tune. Now, what happens on the Nat King Cole version is they modulate up. So when they get to the end, they do that 1, 6, 2, 5. You can go. But then here, instead of doing A minor 7 to D7, you could do B flat minor 7 to E flat 7. And now take everything up a half step. And now you're in a new key, and the tune just keeps, you can keep moving it up each time you go around. Take your time with this one. If you're new to these sort of jazz style voicings and doing the muting and playing Freddie Green style, it takes time to get this together, and you want to make sure you go through a lot of standards. If you want to play blues guitar, you should learn blues guitar repertoire. If you want to play funk, you should learn funkier tunes. If you want to play jazz, you've got to dive into the standards like this. So take your time with this one, and to help you put this together even more, be sure to pick up my ultimate fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is going to show you the 5 chords and scales that I use to map out the entire fretboard. And I think about this when I'm playing anything on guitar. It's so useful, and I want to give it to you completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below. Next, before you go, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment down below and let me know what's your #1 goal with guitar right now. If you could sit down with me and I could help you get to that next level, what would it be? Comment it down below so I can make some future videos here on the channel helping you improve your playing. As always, thanks for your support with the videos, and we'll catch you in another one real soon.